Let's start in Class 1A 165. In the Navy is Colfax Mingo's John McGill, holding on to his lead against East Buchanan's Clay Wilgenbush. Wilgenbush can't come back. McGill, the top seed, heading to the finals, and you gotta love this confidence.
I am on these guys' level, and I can absolutely kick the crap out of anybody, pretty much.
Boom, case closed. 2:15, Ashton Honnold of Nottoway Valley with the blonde hair was locked in a brawl with Eli Green of I-35. Honnold, a huge takedown to seal it and win 5-2. I think that's what the kids call a flex these days.
It's awesome. It's a feeling nobody knows until it happens. It's just a great feeling.
Hey, that's what it's all about. Shannon Earhart keeps the party going now with the big schools.
Think of everything that could possibly happen at the state wrestling tournament and multiply that by 10. The 3A semifinals brought unbelievable action. In Class 106, fourth-seeded Southeast Polk's Nico DeSalvo controlled the narrative early. He'll deal the one-seed Dylan Munson an L and soak in the win with his family.
It's emotional. That was my grandparents, my mom and dad. They've been with me since day one, improving everything. My dad's really hard on me, but in a good way, and it's just really emotional to get to hug him.
Valley's Jakari Clark and Centennial's Maximus DeBolt were deadlocked 1-1 till late in the third. Clark cues up this match, sealing takedown to advance. In 1:50, Nolan Fellers from Bondurant Farrar faced Southeast Polk's Logan Trenery. Trenery did not place last season, but upsets the 2-seed with a pin to make the finals for the first time in his career.
Woke up like 4 times last night. I saw myself winning every time. I mean, I kind of predicted this was an outcome that could have happened in my head. You saw what happened. So.
At 165, Urbandale's Gabe Carver pulled off a bloody win. He's more shocked about who showed up than getting the dub.
People I would never expect to be here are here, and I'm like, I see them in class. And now I see them here. It's sick. It's really fun and it's exciting.
Carlisle's Asa Hempstead up against 3-time state champ Maximus Magana. Hempstead down 5-0 in the third. He gets a takedown and a near fall to tie it. Hempstead ruins history with this near fall to beat Magana 7-5.
Honestly, I couldn't believe I did it because, you always put those guys up on pedestals, but, they can all be beaten.
At 2:15, they call him the Tarantula. That is for Dodge's Drayshawn Ross. You can see why he pins his way to the finals for the second straight season.
Expected to do this, so it's no shocker to me and my training partners because it's what we do.
In the heavyweight, Daniel Herrera from Ames wrestled Cooper Martinson from Southeast Polk. Herrera's family calls him Peanut, but they should probably start calling him the Nutcracker because he busted this one open by major decision, 15-5.
You get a lot of people coming up to you and say, "Oh, that's definitely not a peanut." I hear the most common one is you're a walnut. So one I always hear.
Shannon Earhart, KCCI, Iowa Sports Leader.
And up next, a great story about this guy, pumped up. We'll be right back. Our team coverage continues with more high-flying action from the mats. A spot in the finals on the line. Jeff Dubroff has Class 2A.
From shocking upsets to favorites dominating, Class 2A in the semifinals had it all.
Webster City was well represented on Friday in the 113-pound weight class. 2 seed Lyndon Petsampon was dominant against West Marshall's John Gonzalez. Gets the takedown here, would go on to earn a 12-2 major decision win. In 120, Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont's freshman Gabe Spurgeon was down early, fights back, gets the near fall here. He ends up winning 6-4. He's headed to the final as an 8 seed. In 126, Carson Doolittle of Webster City has lost in the semis the last 3 years. Wouldn't happen this year. He earns his spot in the finals, a 14-4 major decision victory. In 132, Cade Bloom from Roland Story makes the finals as a 6 seed. It was a late takedown right here in overtime that seals the deal. A 5-2 victory. Humboldt freshman Brody Hendricks in the 165-pound weight class gets the upset of the day. Set the tone early with this takedown. He goes on to defeat the 1 seed Max Gass 6-0. Complete domination. Roland Story gets another finalist. This time it's senior Heston Johnson in the 175-pound weight class defeating Daniel Gorski of Knoxville. 10-3 was the final. And lastly, in the 190-pound weight class, Ben Bryant of North Polk, the senior, gets a takedown with 3 seconds left to top Thomas Sexton of Decorah, locking in his spot in a title match come Saturday night.
Awesome action. Thank you, Jeff. Team leaders, all 3 of these squads have huge leads and almost have it locked up. Southeast Polk, Osage, and then in 1A, Don Bosco. Grand March starts at 5:30.